This is Rodney with Zebrascapes Landscaping Podcast. We're here today to talk about plants. Plants and trees is very important. You can go to the nursery and check out your plants and be like, these are so beautiful, but they're not making it on my property. They don't thrive like that. They're struggling. They're shriveled. The leaves shrivel. All these things are questions that you wonder why they're not growing on your property. It's not the green thumb. It's the temperature. It's inside of when you get them from the nursery, they're in an enclosed area, or they're in a shaded area, or they're in an area where it don't get as hot, the location of the nursery. They got it down. They know what plants thrive best, and they know once it's out that door, they're off the hook. So let's do our homework before you get into it. Let's check out the zone of where you are to know what plant thrive in this area. So first of all, go with the plants that are best for the Prescott area. We strongly recommend Arizona ash. I mean, it's here, it's native, it belongs here. There's also many other ones, desert willow. These are plants that will grow. They'll grow with very little water, and they'll grow in the heat and in the temperature. Western redbuds, a beautiful autumn plant that you can plant close to the house that thrive. Western's great, it's excellent, we love it. Some people say, well, I want an Eastern, I like the different color. Well, it's not going to thrive like the Western. There's a reason for it. So think about what you're getting and think about what you want it to thrive and the difference you want to go with it. Crab apples are great for the Prescott area in this zone. The beautiful ornamental plant that grows and gets colors and flowers for the springtime and gets some fall color leaves also. Those are plants you want to go off of. The plant you want to stay away from is Leland cypresses. Autumn blazes are beautiful. They struggle. The leaves will shrivel up a little bit, but yes, they work, and yes, they're beautiful. Are they going to thrive? It depends on where they're at on your location of your property and how much water you have going to them. Planting plants is also important that you get the right amount of water. You don't want to plant a plant where it's in granite rock and you got a hard dig. It'll grow, but it's not going to thrive. It's not going to bring forth the height and the shade that you're looking for it to do when you're looking for trees. So we want to just consider the plants that are growing. Plant the plants. Look up the plants that are native, the plants that are in the area. Apache plume, beautiful plant that grows in the area. It's native. Some people don't like it, but keep it trimmed. It looks good. I think it looks amazing. Very, very low water, if any, after the first 2 years it's planted. The Texan Rangers are a great sage to go with, or a Texan sage is a native plant. Keep it clean, pruned. They look great. Manzanita is obviously a great plant. They're very difficult to get off the ground and get started. They're very touchy on the water, but manzanita is a nice plant that will grow in this area. Get the red bark. It looks beautiful. These are plants that really thrive in the area once they're established. And all plants you plant, no matter what it is, you still need to water for the first several months to get it off the ground. And then you can go, instead of weekly, you can go every other week after a few years of growth on the trees to water them, to save your water, be very conservative on your water. So those are the plants that I recommend here at Zebrascapes. We want to continue to stay in our zone, to keep our plants that we have local and let them grow to the full expectations where they are. When we also talk about plants, it's critical that you look at what you have about the shade and how much shade it needs. If it does not recommend full sun, it will not thrive. Yes, it'll make it 1 to 2 years, but it's not going to grow. If you look at your plant in the first year it ain't thriving, look it up. Is that plant in the right area of the house? If it's not, I strongly recommend you transplanting it, because it's never going to grow strong. 3 to 5 years, it'll end up dying. The leaves will shrivel up, and you're going to have issues with plants. A lot of times you go to houses, we'll see a Japanese maple, and it's shriveled up. It's not growing, and it's got 6 hours of sun or 4 hours of sun. It's just too much, especially if it's the evening sun, when that sun's hot and it's hitting on it. And another thing to think about is very important when you plant plants up against your house. that sun, if you have a stucco house, it bounces off that wall, concrete wall, the stucco, and that is warm. Just go out to your house and look at about 8, 9 o'clock when the sun's down. That wall is still hot, and that plant cannot cool down. It's important to keep it away from the house so it's not bouncing that heat off if you want it to thrive. So those are things that you want to constantly think about and look at when you plant plants, is the surrounding area, what's around it, what's above it. Do you have a lot of shade? Are also, when the snow load, the roof snow slides off the roof, how much damaging will the snow make on your plant? It makes damage without a question. Trees snap limbs, bushes will just crumble when that weight of that snow lands on it, because you're not going to go out and clean it right away, and then it just flattens out. So it's important to look at the surroundings of that around your place when it comes to plants and the health of it all. So shade, where it's located, the stucco wall, the concrete wall, that is hot when it's close by that. And also, the utmost important is the zones. Check your zones on what you have around. So plants, let's stay in Arizona. Let's stay in our zone. Let's plant the plants that are for this area. That is what thrives. When you start bringing plants in, Leland cypresses and other plants that aren't just made for this area, they will struggle. They'll work without a question. They'll grow and they'll thrive, but nothing like the plants that are native to this area. You can use a lot less water if you stick to the plants that are here in this zone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in to Landscaping with Zebrascapes. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring to your landscaping projects. For more tips and resources, and to learn how Zebrascapes can help you transform your outdoor space, visit our website, www.zebrascapes.com. Until then, happy landscaping.